Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our Vampire the Masquerade, The Price of Power. I am your storyteller, and it is my job to make sure that these people probably survive another night. Though they aren't very good at that, and they are constantly rolling dice on that. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see. There are no announcements for this channel right now. We're actually in a very quiet period, but that will be changing in the next month or so. So keep your eyes open for that. Make sure to join us to continue our story next week, and this next Monday for next Sunday for D&Ds, which is also fun. I think they did something super exciting last time, so you definitely go and check that VOD out. It was creative, we'll say. But for now, though, we'll go ahead and let these wonderful people tell you what they're up to on the internet and where you can find them. And now we will start with Diachromaniac.
Hi, I'm Di. You can find me most places at Dichromaniac. And yeah, check me out here. Check me out on the Gremlin Collective. Got stuff in the works over there. And yeah, tonight I'm playing Tansy. I remembered to talk about her this time. And she is my precious little irresponsible disaster bubblegum goth baby.
Those are words that made a sentence together. All right. Sir Monolith, your turn.
I am at Sir Monolith on Twitter. You can catch me obviously here tonight, but also on Sundays on Erythian Nights. So you should come check that out. And I am interested to see what's coming up, if Ree's got some different games, or if we're just rolling back into a couple of the ones that are on their downslope at the moment.
All right. Next up, Small Shadow Snake.
Hi, I am Ari. Ree lets me hang out over here on Mondays and Sunday nights, where I play over in Erythia Nights, which is lots of fun. I'm also a partner and producer over on the Gremlin Collective. I got some stuff working on over there, but tonight I am playing Vegas. And you can find me at Small Shadow Snack on Twitter, while Twitter is still alive.
Last but certainly not least, Ersinger.
That's right, Ree. Say my name and bring my flaming hot Cheetos while you at it. What's up, y'all? I'm Earthringer. You already know I'm on the YouTubes. I'm on the Twitches. You can find me here again at ReeRoles next week for Erythian Nights, where hopefully I will survive. And unless Ree kicks me out, you can also find me on the Gremlin Collective until Ari or Die or Sir Monolith or whomever kicks me out. And you can find me at the Cookout TTRPGs until Kira kicks me out. And enough about me. Oh yeah, of course I'm playing Walt Rest. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be getting into it. I might die, I might not. So find me and Precious still out here. But let's get this game started, baby.
Well, would you like some tasty blood?
Nah, seriously, don't be playing me like that, man. You ask me that every night.
Many regrets. That being said, this is a game of horror, sometimes politics, a little bit apparently, and poor decisions, a lot, disproportionately. But if something does occur that makes you feel uncomfortable, please feel free to pause or skip or rewind or whatever you need to do to get through it. Your personal safety and enjoyment is of the utmost concern. I have spoken with all four of these lovely people, and we have taken care and taken steps to make sure that nothing happens that would make our fun less good for each of us. And I encourage you to do what needs to be done for yourself, because ultimately we're all here to have a good time. And that is what matters. Now that the pleasant storyteller has finished his job, he's going to leave. And these people get to deal with the consequences of the universe. Speaking of which, in our last session, they managed to attempt to locate a person, only to be hit with the power of the sun. Something that vampires do not enjoy. Since then, you all have managed to make it back to your havens safely. You were able
just
to
fast
tuck
forwarding
yourselves.
us like that?
We are.
Zoom.
I mean, we was just at the beach, you know, like Vegas got hit with a shotgun.
You got shot in the face. Vegas was probably.
We had some salvaging to do. Like
no, you all had running.
You mean no?
You had running to do. You know what? You know what? Fine, fine. We will. I will allow you to play this out and hopefully not die. In our last moment, Vegas
stuff to get.
survived getting shot in the chest, point blank, with a very powerful shotgun. Hopefully Vegas is still okay after that. Some of you were in the middle of fleeing the underground tunnels. I believe Anosh attempted to hide, not leave. Was that correct?
I mean, I was inside the room, and I can't remember, was I like stunned or something, or
You
something?
ate somebody, and the salubri was under you, I think.
Yes, you were in that
It's all
room.
kind of a blur.
You did eat a person. That is true. The sun
I mean, are hunters really
went
people?
off. Yes, actually, yeah, they are. That's very much the
So actually,
case.
unlike you, they are.
They 100% are people. The person that you did not know was partially burned. I believe you had the option of either just making a dash for it or attempting to hide out in the underground in that room until the explosives went off. It was a decision that could have consequences.
New friend,
yes.
new friend, new
Allegedly.
friend.
But yes, Tansy, I believe, had to run. Vegas also had to run. Walt was not there in in a stroke of wisdom, we could say. So it is really up to Anash. What are,
He knows his role.
How are you doing?
Well, is there still another one of the enemy humans alive there?
No, they are
got 'em all.
dead.
That's good, because I know it was not. We were not having a fun time, especially after somebody dropped the little light bomb in there.
Is it still active?
No.
And you said everybody else ran, so like Vegas and
Yes.
Pansy aren't there either.
Yep.
Or they ran the other way chasing somebody, I think.
They ran away. They are no longer. You can no longer see them, nor can you hear them.
I mean, I can't blame them. It was kind of chaotic. Probably chasing some fast food. Yeah, so I think I just probably try to get the attention of the lady down there, the one that we were coming to talk to, the one we've been following before all this happened. Like, are they conscious?
You know, let's see what happens, because she was burned by the power of the sun.
Oh no.
Let's see what happens.
You just like straight up die outright. It's like, God damn it. Just got
She is, I would say, you understand this because you have a beast as well, and there's kind of a primal instinct. But you are aware she's currently in the middle of a frenzy, but you can't tell if she is more afraid or more angry at what has just happened. And she's kind of seems to be almost oscillating between those two states. I would say you would know because you're more advanced in age. She's kind of on the threshold of about to go into another frenzy, but she seems to be conscious, at least somewhat conscious.
Is there any nearby recently deceased food that I could like try to toss to her that hasn't been drained yet? I mean, I know I ate mine, but I didn't know if there was another snack.
You ate one.
Yeah. I know if there's another.
Did you eat a person?
Is that Tansy or Vegas that was in here?
Vegas ate the other person. There were two people.
Vegas ate a person. Yeah.
And that was one in the car.
Heinous activities.
Sweet hunger zero.
So there's at least two more.
One person you ate. One person is bleeding out, and the other person is no. Yeah, I guess the other person would still have enough blood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could try that.
Get you something to eat, baby girl.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the other body and toss it over by her and be like, "Well, now that we know what you are, I think you should eat."
I'm gonna roll a hunger frenzy.
Yeah, I know Salubrious don't like eating, but I mean, don't let good food go to waste, right? It's gonna die anyway.
You see, she does dig her fangs in, and as she begins to pull it out, she drinks some of it before kind of just the rest of it just kind of comes back out. And she does not like it at all. She can kind of see that the blood is kind of dripping down her face, and she looks over at you, and you can see the tips of her fingernails begin to kind of elongate almost into a bestial claw before receding.
Are you okay? Are you feeling okay? You look like that. You look like that. You look like that little UV bomb hit you a little harder than. Well, I don't know where my friends went. They left, but I mean, these people obviously aren't your friends, and I'm not trying to kill you. So can we figure something out? Because I would like to help you get out of here alive.
I am fine. I was doing fine until you showed up.
Well, they haven't been following me. The
Who are
reason
you?
somebody's following you?
I don't know. You have a lot of
Oh,
questions.
it's true. I do have a lot of questions. My first question would probably be do you want to get out of here? We should probably leave. I feel like
Yes.
are you just going to go further in or is there
Roll a charisma and persuasion check for me. This is just gonna be. This is gonna be for the vibe you give off. Yes, yes. I'm gonna be nice and not give you a dice penalty for asking a lot of questions. But this is just this is how well you're able to calm down and convince
You
her
say charisma plus
to
what?
trust you. Persuasion.
I'm
Oh,
about to fight off a bunch of vampire hunters with a shank, dog. Talk about she fine. She ain't fine. You ain't
She
fine.
wasn't in trouble until you people showed up.
I mean, allegedly.
Fight somebody with a
Allegedly.
shank, dog. I don't want to hear it. I'm about to leave me alone with like a
No,
broken
I
pair of
rolled my
scissors.
one
Get out of
dice.
here.
Oh, good
Die.
lord.
One die. Anash is not a charismatic individual.
I think that you
Nah, you
should
need to be
leave.
stopped.
And after you've left, I will make my way to someplace else. That way we can both go our separate ways and no one has to get any more hurt.
Now I forgot. We came looking for her because we had heard that they saw somebody of her description leaving. What was it again?
Lots of people having lapses in memory
She was
around
talking to
town.
somebody in
Oh, that's right. That's right.
alleyway. And that's when we saw like she was
Alleyway guy gave us the
she was
physical
talking to
description.
someone, used words like the hunt, and it was perhaps it was Spanish. My note says something different.
It's okay. People say a lot of stuff. People say a lot of stuff in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you hear all sorts of things,
man.
right? We did pay the man. So I mean, listen, we heard somebody had been making people forget, and word on the street was that person was you.
Does that even mean word on the... Like, I don't know who you are or what you're talking about.
Listen, if I meant you ill will, do you think I would have fought off your friends and be talking to you right now?
I don't think you are fighting them off to save me, since you took your sweet time in killing the other one, and the other friends have already ran away.
Yeah, I think they're chasing. I think they're trying to chase one of them down. I don't want them scampering off, and in case they've probably got more friends nearby. I imagine the cell phone signals down here aren't great. But come
You're a bit
on, like,
frustrating. Why are you so calm?
well, I mean, I find that panicking doesn't really help anything. I mean, they're all dead ish. They're not moving. So, I mean, what's the worry about? I mean, you're not attacking me. I'm not attacking you. I mean, I know you don't necessarily want me here, but come on, come on. We
I'm
don't need like
I'm going to leave now.
we just had this moment together. You survived an attack
She
by these.
she turns and begins to walk away.
Hey, where are you going? I'm just following her.
I
Come
mean, like
on.
back out of the door toward the sun bomb, or
The sun
in a
bomb already went
different
off. It's
direction.
not like
The explosive has ended.
Oh, I
But she
asked if it
seems
was
to be
still active.
going.
That was my
No,
first
no, I
question.
said it. I said it was over. But she is going towards the exit. From
and there's
what
only
you
the
can
one
tell.
exit, right? The exit was the one where we came in from.
Yes, as far as you know, you've only
Okay.
seen that one. Is there anything else you're going to do besides follow and irritate her?
Uh, Probably try to call one of my friends on my little flip phone.
Okay. I'll say it'll take you a couple of tries before the signal is going to get through, since you kind of feel a bit closer to above ground. But we'll say after 5 minutes of walking, you are able to get a call through.
I don't know
Who
walking
do I
going
get
with the
through
phone.
to?
I don't know. Who would have not be calling?
I would have been calling. I don't know who I would have had on speed dial, either Vegas or
Probably
Tansy.
Tansy's the most likely.
Probably Tansy.
Like, I don't know if you exchange numbers with Vegas yet, but
That's
you definitely
true.
have Tansy's.
That you are able to
Vegas's phone
call
is in his
Tansy.
pocket anyhow.
It's
You
on
are able
silent
to
all the
get in
time.
contact with a freshly regained control of themselves, Tansy.
Hi, like, where are you? Like, we came to find you. Like, are you okay? Do we need to come down there?
Yeah. I maybe someone else who's a little better at talking to people. I'm here with our friend, she doesn't want to come with me, and so I'm just I'm trying to put on the charm, which I don't have a whole lot of, and so she's walking further into these tunnels here. So yeah, you guys, if you don't have any more trouble to deal with out there, could uh probably head on down this way.
Um, guys, we need to follow Anush. And what do you mean I'm not charming? I'm like super charming.
Oh
Um,
no, I'm not charming. That's what I said. Not you. You're very charming, Pansy.
of course, thank you. But yo, we gotta get down there. Like, apparently our new friend is like walking away further into the tunnels, and we're gonna lose her, and that's not.
Okay. Just walk from a distance coming up.
It's the horde of possums and
Nah, he's got his
skunks.
one skunk. He's got his one skunk. He's got his one skunk for now.
Yeah, give me like a minute. I've got to clean this up, and I'm going to use ashes to
And
ashes
then
on this hunter body.
and then Nasha's gonna like call out to
Pass the rouse
our
check.
new friend and be like, "Hey, I didn't catch your name, by the way."
I didn't tell you.
Oh, that's not. Shouldn't we? What should I call you?
Amelia. You can call me Amelia.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Amelia, and I am sorry that this seems super weird.
You aren't making it any better.
I know. I'm good at that. Maybe, would you like to meet some of my friends? Maybe they will have. Maybe you'd like them better.
Oh, I believe you all are eventually going to meet in the middle here, and this pathway isn't very long.
Mm-hmm.
So what is going to happen is Vegas, I believe, is attempting to disintegrate a corpse, which, since it is a non-animated corpse, will fade away after a few seconds. You know, as I imagine this is something that's relatively common for Vegas to deal with.
Yep.
And if you, I believe you said you succeed on the rouse check, so that goes
Yep.
by. So it takes a few seconds, but the corpse
while we're
begins to
walking,
kind
can I heal some of the superficial damage?
You are always able to do as you please.
Ooh, that's actually a very good idea. I think I
Yeah,
will.
y'all got hurt.
I get hungier by 1.
All right,
How
I
many
can
rouse checks did you make?
2.
Okay.
It's 1 rouse check per point of damage, right?
It is based on your blood potency. So if your blood potency, it is 1 until you reach a certain level.
Yeah, blood potency
don't
2.
know.
You can mend to superficial.
Let's see. Nope, I'm only at 1. So
And if it's 1 per roll.
1. Hey, that's 1. All right, let's do another one. Hey, that's 2. All right, an 8 and a 9.
Nice.
Aggravated damage is different, so if anybody wishes to deal some aggravated healing, you can do that now as well. You're in a calm moment.
I'll take care of 1. Adding another hunger.
Oh,
2.
Vegas.
It's fine. I was hunger 0. I'm hunger 2 now.
Oh yeah, that's right. You drained them. That's right.
Aggravated is, what are you rolling on that one?
You roll. Yeah,
3 rouse checks per aggravate. All right, you know what? Why not? Why not? Yeah, no, I failed all 3 of those.
Wait.
In fact, I rolled 2 2s and a 1.
I mean, we do have some fresh corpses.
So I believe your hunger increased by 3. So
Oh no!
what's your
What
current hunger? Tansy, what's your hunger?
Right now, when I added the 3 I just added, I'm at a 4.
There's corpses down there.
Yep.
You can go get a snack.
No, they're actually there's it because she kind of messed up 1. Vegas drained 1. And then
That was the one in the van.
Baby girl spit one up.
Yeah. You guys are running.
No, that was people. Good. She didn't drink deeply.
What
spat it back out. She drank a little, spat it back out.
What about the one I punched in the face? Isn't that one still down there?
I think out of character, Salubri don't like drinking people.
Sure, I guess punching a body in the face will allow enough blood. I will be nice. You can have
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Drink from her skull.
You can get 1 point of hunger from the body that Vegas punched in the face.
You are a kind and benevolent storyteller.
Look at you sucking up, Dad. Don't.
Yeah, no, I absolutely.
I don't want to get into the rate of blood that
true.
would leave a body after punching someone's face in. So we're just gonna say you get 1. You're just gonna get 1, and it's gonna be fine.
It's fine. I can roll with 3. I can roll with 3. Classic Tansy. Classic Tansy.
So, all right. So to kind of condense time a bit here, so we don't have to do many feeding scenes. If you're at hunger 4, you will have to make a hunger frenzy check. So go ahead and roll that for me.
That's my willpower and what?
I believe it's your unspent willpower.
Okay.
And plus 1/3 of your humanity, which for you might not be that many dice.
I think it's just 1 because I'm at like 4 right now.
Yep. That is yes.
All right, so 1. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 1 for my humanity. Oh, okay. So it's 1, 2, 3 successes.
is exactly what you needed. So,
Hmm.
as you all get together, Tansy takes a bit of a detour to feed on the remaining corpse. There's also just a group of corpses left underground, one with a very supernatural hole in its head, to be clear, and another one with fangs in it, fang marks in it. Actually, two with fangs marks in them. You guys are in the middle of a masquerade breach, actually. So, a potential
Ain't
masquerade
our
breach
first
is
one.
not technically a breach yet. But, Tansy, you are
How
able
is
to
it a
reduce your hunger
trade
by
breach
one.
in the middle of a sewer where nobody's
No, it's a
around?
potential breach. If someone were to find the bodies, it would be a breach. Currently, you're fine.
Okay.
But, I want you to be aware so that way if you forget them from this point on, I can point to the tape to say that I did warn you. So,
Now I'm
Reed's
I
gonna,
will
like
say the
Reed's
whole
gonna be like, "Don't
process.
make me tap the sign."
Mhm.
So we will say this entire process will take you about 15 minutes. And once that is all finished, you all are able to group up together to decide what you'd like to do
Did we
next.
catch up with Amelia yet, or did she
Yes,
just come
You
out?
all,
Okay, I was
no,
about
you
to
all would
say.
have met each other in the middle, and so we're gonna say that you all will meet up. Tansy will feed again, and then you all can decide what to do next. So we just kind of condense that bit of time together.
Oh, Walt's flaw gonna kick in. He too curious. He gonna just look at Amelia, not knowing that's who she is yet, and just studying her curiously, like, when I get a closer look at you, you gorgeous, darling.
All right, this person is a bit more pleasant.
I just wondering who you are. I like to address you properly. I had to learn my manners. I ain't been at this thing too long. My name's Walt. Pleasure to meet you.
Hello, Walt. You do notice, Walt, 'cause I would say you're a bit more socially aware. You notice her gaze kind of is she's talking to you, but her gaze is focused more on Tansy and Vegas. She's it's almost like if you've seen a person who is unable to pull their vision away from something else, you kind of catch her vision just kind of darting over every once in a while.
He's gonna keep that in mind, but he's not gonna act on it. He's trying to do things the Walt way.
Right. I'm Amelia, and I was trying to get some privacy before you and your friends and those other people showed up.
Well, I must apologize. I mean, my friends and I tend to be a little rambunctious, especially when we get a little worked up and our whole lives in danger and all. And I'm clearly not the fighter of the group, so I was kind of hanging out in the back. So if something went wrong in the greeting process, my apologies. I'm usually the one to do the red carpet thing, like show the hospitality, you know how we do it in Cleveland.
You are much more pleasant. You should do the talking more often.
Well, thank you. I try. But I gotta wait until the coast is clear and I'm not gonna get my head chopped off or something.
All right. Well, I won't say happy to have met you all, because it's not very fun, but I am pleased that you all aren't crazy.
Walt just grins. Well, Miss Amelia, I would request just a further moment of your time, this is my group, this is my squad, and we've some things have come to our attention, and we answer to some very powerful people in the city. So this could potentially create great trouble for all of us. So we think you may know something about the situation we're in, and we just like to exchange notes, make sure everything's kosher.
Okay. What do you need from me?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, and keeping my ear to the ground, right on the street is that there've been a lot of people in our territory that's been having kind of memory lapses. And I mean, I know I can do that. So I figure other people can do that, but it's a little too many. And when there's too many, people start asking questions. And when people start asking questions and the wrong people look into it, Well, you get the situation we got tonight. And on top of that, like the big people in charge, they're gonna come down and start getting rid of folks. And nobody wants that.
Make a
And they do know how to
charisma.
find you.
Make a charisma and persuasion roll plus 1 dice.
Yay. Go Walt.
You are making a fair argument for her, so she's okay.
The sad thing is I should have lied. There's more dice if I lie. Can filibuster apply?
No.
No, wait, no, that's more subterfuge, yeah.
Stop trying to filibuster everybody you meet.
Ain't nobody filibuster here.
If they haven't silenced him, he's allowed to talk. You gonna tell me dialogue isn't allowed in the campaign now?
I know filibuster everybody you meet. Well,
Everybody. Okay, 3 successes.
I don't know if it's what you were talking about, but I did take some memories from some people.
I mean, like, how many people? Because I'm hearing this a lot. Like, a lot that the cops is getting involved and, other people are asking too many questions and it's kind of making it hard for those around us to, stay alive and full of nutrition. You know what I'm saying?
30 people, I think.
In Walt's mind is that Walt, of course, being ignorant, is going to think that's a lot, but he's kind of going to look back at his friends and raising eyebrows like, is that normal kind of look?
Tansy's just gonna kind of shrug and be like, well, this is definitely the person we're looking for. Man, is it bad? Man.
Any particular reason you were wiping people's minds?
Because helping people makes people ask questions, and it's better if they don't remember the entire process.
No, that's fair.
Mm.
Oh, beautiful and helpful. Like, how is you helping everybody, Like, it's kind of like a date hotline kind of thing. Like, you just, they call in, you counsel them, you talk about your problems, and then, when they feeling all right, you just wipe their memory. But they left with the good feelings.
Yes.
Wow, Walt actually hit that on the head. That's crazy. I mean, like, you just look around at all these people, and there has to be a lot of, issues that you're taking upon yourself. What makes you want to carry on in a way like that?
It's just what I do.
Was you like a counselor before, Walt gestures at himself?
No, I was not. I was a college student.
Oh boy, you are mean, dog. And Walt's just gonna pause like, I was too. It slowly starts smiling.
Well, you see, there we go. We had so much in common. Now, should we get out of here, or do we want to wait around for more of your friends to come up?
Good point. Hey, Vegas,
What?
we done with the cleanup or something? Or is there something else we gotta fix up?
Oh, I'll go deal with it.
By the way, make sure you keep all that. They probably got some gadgets or something. I don't know if you tow up the car or whatever, but I'm gonna. Walt says that as he follows you.
Right, clean this mess up.
All right. So it sounds like our coterie is separating a bit here, that Vegas and Walsh are going to go and clean up the mess you all left. Is anyone else going with it? Or is it just those two?
I don't know if there's anything I can really do to help clean up with the mess. what's my other option? To keep like hanging out with Amelia? Is that the other option, or what? What do I have in front of me?
You could stay with the Nosh and Amelia and, I don't know, have a
Yeah.
conversation.
Tansy, you don't want to come look for any goodies?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I should listen to you more often, Vegas. You are so yeah. I'm gonna follow Vegas and go and see any of the bodies if I can steal any driver's licenses, pictures, cell phones that I can like unlock and like take pictures of the selfies that they have and like any mementos. Just gathering more wraith materials
Do you
before.
have, what's it, the binding feather, I believe is the power?
Mm-hmm.
Let me double check. Are you going to use it, or are you just collecting things?
I am. Let me read this. Here it is. Um, yeah, no, I definitely want to turn that on and try and find any fetters that I can off of any bodies that are still here that haven't been dissipated yet.
All right, let me roll a dice really fast.
Walt, if you want to look for like IDs and stuff, you can. I'll wait until you guys are done to take care of it.
All right,
Okay.
Vegas. I'm gonna need your help lifting some of the heavy stuff because you know I'm taking some of that equipment to experiment with. You know what I'm saying? It's about time we get all geared up.
All right. As you all are going, Tansy, Walt, and Vegas. Vegas, I believe you are going to do the body thing, so go ahead and make me 3 rouse checks for each of them.
That's hunger 4 now.
I expect it. That's fine. It's just
You
I'm noticing
know,
a
maybe
pattern with you all.
fine. Fine. How about I just do one and he's gonna pick up the other 2 bodies and stick them in the trunk of his car?
That's not a bad idea.
Oh, sure. You didn't roll all the rouse checks at once, correct?
No, just rolled 1.
No. All right. Yeah, you can do that. That's fine.
Yep.
Might I suggest you melt the person whose face you punched in?
Yeah, he'll do that one.
Not that you have to.
Rest in peace, young donut head.
Now, having your face punched in wouldn't necessarily be a masquerade breach. Like, it's not normal, but
it would be supernatural. It would definitely be supernatural.
I mean, you could just get a pipe and smack it around a couple times, and
Yeah, but Vegas, it's more like Vegas's fist is there. No, it doesn't work. No.
Literally a fish-shaped hole and skin fragments.
Yeah, they used the potence to physically punch a hole through a person's head.
Yeah, it's the best.
That's hard to hide.
It's like obviously fish shaped.
What gear did I find?
Is it like a Looney Tunes thing where it's like shaped like a fist?
It's more that the injury itself would have either had to have been done by like a very heavy piece of equipment in a very specific scenario, which there's like nothing like that underground, or something obviously applying a lot of force, and there isn't you don't have anything around that would come from. Now, Vegas would like to spend
like he just left a hole straight through his body.
Through the head, yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. You're just crushing the bones. Now, Vegas would like to spend time to kind of doctor the scene, then I will let them roll for it. But on its own, it's very obvious something weird happened.
Nah, he's gonna ashes to ashes the one he punched in the face and then just take the other 2.
Walt's definitely scrounging for the gear and cleaning some carpets here and there.
Wonderful.
Breaking out the chemicals.
Doesn't Walt have a shotgun? You could probably use that to...
He won't fly away, Doug. He doesn't weigh enough for the recoil.
Walt can roll me a wits and awareness roll, please.
Okay. Yeah, awareness, there you are.
In Tansy, you search each of the corpses, but you do not find any signs of a fetter.
That's fair. I accept that.
2 successes.
2 successes. Now roll me an intelligence and crafts roll. These are one of
Yes.
the. We'll see how intelligent Walt is for these kind of things.
All right. Can I add household repair?
You know, but you can add 1 dice because of events
Yay.
that are happening.
Yeah. I think that's 4 successes. And
Alright,
I will
so
not spend willpower. Yeah, I'll just keep it.
Okay. With 4 successes, you do find there is in the package there are 2 more explosives. One is clearly a flashbang type grenade. The other one is the odd one that the woman used, another copy of it. However, you can see on both of them, parts of them seem to be modeled and oddly brittle. And I will say, with Walter's intelligence and awareness, you are able to piece together that Tansy is still rotting things, and she is destroying parts of the mechanisms that make a bomb. You know, a bomb for this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how these work, but the parts that would separate like the 2 chemicals seems to be failing, and you aren't
Oh,
sure
dog, this
what
is
will
not
happen.
fair.
So you don't know if you try to use it if it would work or if it would be a dud or not.
So you're saying even to salvage it, he'd have to struggle to diffuse it in order to use the materials within it.
I am saying at the moment you won't know if if either of these bombs will work until after you try to activate them. But you do not think you're like in immediate danger. Both of them, you just don't know if they will work. You could try and use them in the future, and they could be a dud and don't do anything, or they could explode like they're supposed to. You think it's?
Are we taking them and salvaging them? Like screw trying to use them in a damaged state.
Just you are more than welcome to experiment on them if you like, but just mark that on the character sheet that they are damaged because
so 2 damage explosives, 1 fat flashbang, and 1 UV.
Yes, sure.
Okay,
You can call it that, sure. But yeah, so that is what you are able to find, and you do see that the walls and things like that look a bit damaged and rotted. But you don't think it'll cause
like
too
much of a problem,
and
like the collapsible baton, and
sure, I would say you guys could get the baton. The baton is just a regular machete class weapon, so if you would like it, you can use it as either a bladed weapon or a blunt one, just by putting it in that sheath. And then the handgun is just a regular, I want to say a 9mm handgun.
I'll take a 9mm. That ain't bad.
Sure. I believe both of those should have stats in the core book for you to peruse. But there is only 1 of each. And then I guess there's also the shotgun that, shot Vegas in the chest too, if you guys want that one.
We'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take all the weapons.
That's what I was saying. Like, if it ain't, this is what Walt is good at. If it ain't nailed down, we taking it and we reusing it.
I will say you have a single clip or whatever. You have a clip with I would say 7 bullets for the 9mm and 4 for the shotgun.
7 rounds.
More ammo.
Okay.
On their own for that.
And you said there's something special about the shotgun, like it's not just a hunting rifle or something.
Yeah, it is not a hunting weapon. It's closer to a military style weapon. It's not a not a 2-shot one. It has its own kind of clip in it that you could fire. In theory, you could just hold it down and fire out automatically.
Oh, it's an
but
auto
they didn't
shot.
try that.
Okay. Automatic
But
shot.
they for some reason did not do that when they shot Vegas.
Will be semi-auto. Okay. Yep, got it.
It's a higher quality weapon. I will allow Tansy to end the rotting effect because I feel like that's the spirit of how that power is supposed to work. I don't think it's supposed to just be a never-ending destruction of everything.
After the scene, but where
Sure. I will consider this to be a separate scene, so that way Tansy isn't just obliterating all the stuff you find over time.
That is very gracious.
Sure.
Not
So
the
this
weapon.
will be a separate scene.
Well, Walt's gonna come out of the cave with stuff in his arm, of course.
Tansy's just like walking around as like rotten carnate.
And hopefully Amelia is still there. And they'll be like,
She is. She's standing far away from you all. But she's
that's fair.
Just watching you.
Oh, Walt's gonna be like, well, you
I don't run things, but I'd be happy if you tag along with us, so because we all kind of need to lie low given the situation. And I mean, I don't want something like this happening to you again if you're alone.
Are you going to keep looking for me if I decide not to?
Ooh, here we go. Now this is a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire situation. Walt could lie. Walt could tell the truth.
Who wants to fight a million bears?
Well, it's like this. If the problem persists, there's going to be people much more dangerous than us that are going to pursue you, and they will find you. However, if you stick with us, maybe even if it's for a little while, you'll be able to talk things over with the people in charge. Grease some palms, let them know you cool. Let the situation die down, and then you'll be able to go wherever you want a lot easier. And everybody's happy.
Fine.
Let's go, Walt. Let's go, Walt.
Yeah, by the way, I got to introduce you to Precious.
Walt is saying as he's heading back to Vegas's car.
What does that mean?
Oh, she's my friend. Everybody loves Precious. Except
You
Vegas.
all have a lot of friends.
I don't mind your pet.
I mean, you was talking about her ruining your interior or whatever. I told you she good for it.
Sorry,
Yeah,
what?
that's a valid concern.
Once Walt has
What?
probably like unloaded the weapons in the indicated spot by Vegas, he'll then pick up Precious.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm leaving.
What's wrong?
Nope, I'm leaving. No, absolutely not.
She's friendly,
Absolutely not.
see?
Absolutely not.
Do you like us
She
to?
hides behind Vegas.
Okay, well, okay. How about this? Miss Amelia can sit up front. Precious has to stay in the back with you. A good buffer between you two. And where are we going? Where am I dropping all of you guys off at?
I mean, I thought we was going back to the crib. But I don't know what y'all want to do.
I'm gonna take our friends to be disposed of.
Okay, I mean, you do your thing. I got what I want.
Like I can come with you to help with that. But I don't think we should go home first before we do that. At least not all together.
I'm gonna see somebody who was very upset with you a couple nights ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
How many points of damage do you all have?
I have
All
one
has
egg
none.
now.
I
Yeah, okay, you can cover up that.
1, 2, 3 superficial and 2 ag.
Okay, Tansy is brushing the Masquerade with those injuries, if people were to see them. Vegas could hide their injuries since it's just one, but being more injured than a regular person could be, might cause some issues if you could see.
Where are Tansy's injuries exactly?
Right now with those injuries, Tansy is hurt all over. But a portion of kind of her right hand has been almost burned, to almost not quite like blackened, but almost as if it's burned and boiled at the same time. Like it looks very strange to look at. It's almost as if it's clearly an odd kind of effect. It's almost like parts of her fingers have been burned as just kind of burned crispy, and then part of them have kind of boiled.
That's the most egregious looking thing.
Yes. Other things are
Okay.
kind of cuts and bruises that you could probably explain away.
Walt's going
Probably.
to dig in his backpack and take out one of his Salvation Army shirts and then make like a makeshift bandage and wrap it around Tansy's arm.
Oh, thank you. I mean, I thought it kind of looked cool, but yeah, okay. I guess it makes sense.
I mean, it works for you and all, it fits in with the whole motif that you're going for. But, remember what I said about raising questions in town? And if someone sees you through a window, they're going to ask. So at least if I cover it up, we can say your arm broken. We taking you to the ER.
No, that makes sense. I that's a good idea. Um, I guess the question is, do we try to Okay, so are we all going with Vegas to take care of the bodies, which is a place that I really probably don't need to go, especially like this? Or do some of us go home and some of us go with Vegas?
Well, I kind of was going to be a bit there.
Sounds like you want to be alone with your people,
Do you
That's
need
the
help,
vibe I'm
Vegas?
getting.
More like I want to sleep somewhere where I'm not gonna spend half the day staring over my shoulder.
Oh, you want to go sleep somewhere safe? Okay.
It's the skunk, isn't it?
Yes, it's a skunk. Completely, it's the skunk.
Walt is hugging Precious to him and just looking absolutely offended.
Oh no, I'm like legitimately offended. I'm gonna look at Vegas, like my eyes go to like pure giant like cartoon tears welling up eyes and like you don't you don't trust us to like keep you safe?
Not that I don't trust you to keep me safe, more along the lines of I need a break from the chaos just for a
I
night.
don't mean to interrupt. But your name is Tansy, right?
Y- yeah.
Can I see your arm for a moment?
In the back of my head, I'm like, what? Just gonna make it worse? Unwrap the Salvation Army T-shirt that has now a fine layer of charcoal esque sort of skin flake dust all over it, and hold it out.
He grabs your arm, and those of you who are older have seen what it's like when the beast is kind of heavily influencing your actions, and she kind of turns so her back and your arm are kind of facing away from you all, and you can see something happen, but a moment later your arm feels fine. And
Feels fine or is fine?
you can heal 8 points so 3 cents, so 4, all of your damage actually, because she rolled
Wow.
a massive amount of critical success. So your arm feels perfectly fine.
So just the superficial though, right? Not the
No,
aggravated.
the whole thing. She rolled 8 successes
Holy
with a lot of
moly!
crits. Almost all the dice were crits.
Okay,
Walt's eyes are as big as saucers.
Is Tansy like visibly shocked?
oh yes. I went from like crying eyes to eyes the size of saucers, taking up the majority
Walt
of my
too.
What's wrong, Tansy?
You're like okay, so I know like some of the things that I do are like magic, but you're like magic.
It all makes
What?
sense now.
What do you mean?
I hold up my arm and no, look, she she fixed it.
That's what you've been doing. You've been actually healing people. And then
Ah,
wiping their memory so they don't remember how you did it.
Yes. It
That's
is,
amazing.
We might
compulsion
wanna-
of sorts.
we might not want to share this information with the others.
No,
Please don't
no,
tell
no,
anyone.
no.
Why not?
We won't. Um, okay, because Walt, here's the thing. You know how there's like stuff that you can do and the stuff that you have like kind of been told that you can learn that's like super extra, super special, awesome.
Yeah.
any other stuff that I can do that's like kind of like very cool and kind of weird and also very awesome?
It's scary, but yeah,
You know how we're not supposed to tell anybody about either of those things?
I do now.
Same thing.
I mean, okay, but like, you're making it sound like nobody's supposed to know about it. Like, you know how we went to the big thing and there was all them people? Like, when she has some people in town?
I mean, I don't know for sure. I just know that if you can do something really cool, most of the time you're not supposed to talk about it. In my
I
experience,
mean,
that's how it goes.
okay.
I have a feeling some of our other friends in the city would be very interested, and it might put our new friend in danger. So perhaps sharing her existence may not, or at least sharing what you saw here with Tansy is probably not the best idea.
So, you're making it sound like she like some sort of big fugitive or something. Like,
Not necessarily a fugitive, but certain things are sought out, right? You know, if you can do certain things, and certain people might want to take advantage of those things, and we wouldn't want to put our new friend in jeopardy,
well, of
right, Walt?
course not. It's just, are they hunting her for what she can do or for who she is?
Maybe a little column A, a little column B. Who knows? I just know that usually when I find individuals with special powers or gifts, they have a tendency to attract a lot of attention that they usually don't want.
Walt slowly nods.
All right, I'm getting the picture. I mean, Miss Amelia, you got any like dietary things we need to know about? Like, you need something to eat soon?
Our friend
Are you
Walt's a
good?
vegan, in fact.
I'm okay. But some of you are a bit weird.
I resemble that remark.
I mean,
Well,
okay.
you are weird, but I wasn't talking about you, but you are very weird. But in a different weird.
I don't know what you're talking about. I am completely normal.
And she stuffs the body in a trash bag.
Okay.
I'm also very hungry, so can we like
I thought you was driving. You were the one at the wheel. It's your car.
I am, but I need to know where I'm taking you guys.
I'm ready to go home.
Well, I don't know. Did you want to hit the drive-through?
Before we leave, can I look to Amelia and just say, listen, like really super extra duper thank you. If if you need us for any reason, like can I give you my number or like can I get yours, like just in case like something pops up? Because those dudes with the van and the light, they're a problem for everybody.
Okay, just don't talk to any people about it. People are very weird.
No, pinky promise.
She does promise.
I ain't telling nobody either for the record.
Thank you.
It's the right thing to do.
I appreciate it. But I think I'm going to leave you all now because you all are very strange.
She went from she gonna roll with us to thanking her, and because we thanked her, we're strange now. We should have been ungrateful. Okay.
I forgot
Told you,
about
Walt.
something.
I told you, Walt. It's the
I
skunk.
forgot something.
She already said she coming with, dog. You can't read.
You sure you don't want us to like drop you off somewhere?
She looks over at Tansy for a moment and then shakes her head. No, I'm okay.
Okay.
This is so sad because Walt was waiting to get her alone to talk about that. This is unfortunate.
Hey, Anush, can I have my phone out of your pocket?
Sure.
Thank you.
Why you holding on to his? What, is that how you found him?
Yeah, I'm not old and stupid.
Well,
I mean, I
sometimes,
just didn't know you trust somebody with your phone like that. I mean, okay.
It's just a phone.
yeah. You punch beep
Okay.
boop beep boop. Ring
I
ring.
miss my phone.
We'll get you one.
What happened to your phone, by the way, Walt?
Just get a burner.
Well,
Oh,
somebody
no.
kept hunting me around for, so I had to get rid of it. And I mean, I could get a burner, but I could also get ID'd if I try to go buy one. You know what I'm saying? So,
Or you get Tansy to buy you one.
I was just about to offer.
well, you can't just be like, "Hey, Tansy, buy me a phone." That's rude.
No, but you can absolutely walk into like a Walmart and buy knives and burner phones. It's like the thing to do here.
In fact, sometimes they come as a package deal.
All right, duly noted.
Walt pulls out a notebook and starts making a new shopping list.
I think I saw that last week on the Cleveland special.
Accurate.
Isn't that why they call it Cleveland?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah, Cleveland's everywhere.
really, I was thinking it's because I've only been, here in the United States for about 20 years or so, but like more of that than Cleveland specifically, but it works.
Yo, it would have been crazy if you was here and we was alive. We could have got you with some hot sauce, Williams. You know what I'm saying? Hook you up with some Vietnam barbecue. But yeah, you don't know nothing about that. I don't know how long it's been for you.
I
I'm
missed out on
gonna
barbecue.
go now.
Yes, we
Take
we
care of
should
me.
probably go.
You know how to reach us if you need us. Stay safe.
Bye.
And keep the memory wiping to a minimum, please.
Or
Good luck, friend. I'll see you around. Hopefully under better circumstances.
enemies of my enemy are my friend.
She is gone.
You just see Ree back there going, man, I make these nice NPCs and you just biff it all.
Mm-hmm.
I miss her already. She was fine.
I
She
mean,
was pretty. I think the two of you might have a lot in common.
it's almost like we know roughly where she lives.
I mean,
Just
yeah.
saying.
And she fixed this and she like really didn't have to. Like that was like super sweet of her.
It really was. But I guess we gotta roll.
Yeah, we should get rid of these dead bodies first. I'm not going in there though, Vegas. I'm gonna wait in the car.
I plan on staying there.
Okay, I don't know if taking all the dead bodies back to our place is like a good idea. What if we just stole a car and split up?
I'm just
How
gonna.
do you feel about stealing a car?
How about I just drop you off like a block? It's on my way.
Yeah, don't you want to check on your crib, Tansy?
Well, yeah. I mean, I figured we'd be going there eventually. I don't know how much we're being followed.
Are we being followed?
Well, she had a fair point. Who's to say that these individuals were following her and not us? Perhaps it was just an unlucky coincidence that they happened along or spotted us by the time that we found her.
Well, to be fair, when we showed up there, they were looking inside the tunnel already. When you and
well,
her
never mind
spotted.
then.
So So where am I going?
Drop me off at home.
Okay.
All right, fine. We'll go home first. Okay, but I swear if this comes back to bite us, I'm gonna be so mad at all of you.
I literally, you torched the van. I took out 2 of the bodies. I've got 2 in the trunk. I'm gonna see if we can pawn him off on a cousin.
Before we leave, can I like poke my head in the trunk and look at like the cell phones? Like, do the bodies have cell phones on them? And if so, can I like toss them out of the pockets and like leave them here at the crime scene?
They do not have cell phones.
All right, no sort of like a smartwatch, any sort of tech on that level. Nothing with a chip.
No. Mm.
All right. Looking remarkably more relaxed, Tansy is gonna get back into the car. Okay, fine. Let's just go home.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Driving
So
him
it
home.
sounds like you all are splitting up. So, are there any conversations on Walt, and Tansy? Well, first of all, any conversation you all wish to have while driving the group together?
They see me rolling. They hate it.
Oh,
I think she likes you.
okay. So you all managed to split up for the evening. I don't believe Anash, Walt, and Tansy wish to say anything to one another, which means Vegas, you wish to eliminate the. Oh, what's happening?
Tansy totally wanted to talk.
You guys can speak up. I asked for a
Use your
reason.
words.
I'm not
I asked
sure
for a
if
reason.
I fully understand who Amelia is. I'm not sure if I do I know what she is and what that means?
You can try to roll an intelligence and occult check if you'd like.
All right.
Yeah, you know, there's no way Walt knows.
No,
There's no way.
How many dots in occult does Tansy have? I think
Tansy
has them.
has 4 dots in occult.
Okay, then I would say Tansy has been educated enough. If you have at least 4 dots of occult, you can attempt the roll.
Okay. It's 1, 2, 3 hunger. 4, and then
Why are you all on the edge of hunger frenzy?
Not
You
me.
said we couldn't eat.
1,
I'm
2,
fine.
3, 4 successes.
It's all the rest of these people. I don't know what's going on with these people. They always be hungry.
So, in your decades, teens, you have heard stories of a clan of vampires that are no longer around. From what you've been told at some point in the ancient history, the Tremere were not a clan. They were apparently mortals that had some sort of magic, but they managed to steal their vampirism from another group of people. And these people were called the Salubri. The notes that your family would have had access to are a bit sparse on details, but according to exactly who you're talking to, they were kindred that were either adept at stealing souls and doing something like that, or they could do something similar to what the Zimichi could do. Some say they could heal people, some say they did kind of weird mind things. You aren't sure, even with the knowledge you've been access to, what is true or what isn't. But you know, as far as you're aware, they aren't around anymore.
I know that Anush is the oldest of us, and so I'm gonna look at him as we're driving and say, okay, so like I have an idea of what she was. But they're a myth, right? Like she's not one of them, right? Like they're not real.
Well, Anash only has 2 points of occult. So I don't know whether or not he would have even the slightest, or have even heard the name before.
I would say, with your knowledge, you think your sire would probably be more likely to know, but you don't know if she'd tell you. This is not the history of your kind has not been something you have focused your years on, but you've heard whispers like other people have. There are supposedly 13 total clans, but they aren't always the same names, so you don't know if that's because names change over time or what. But you know that that Santi's clan were called the Giovanni at some point, but now they call themselves the Hikata. So every once in a while they seem to switch names.
Mm.
But I know the name Salubri, right?
You do. You have heard of that name before.
All right. So, yeah, like I'm looking at Inasha's sort of confusion. Say, no, like the Salubri.
It's not a name I'm familiar with, but oftentimes throughout the history that we have, I mean, we are creatures of myth after all, right? So I take it with a grain of salt when I hear people say things like, it's only a legend or a myth. I mean, it's only a legend or a myth until someone finds it out to be true, right? I don't personally have knowledge of it, but there's a lot in this world that I don't have personal knowledge of because, well, I don't have the time to know everything. I maybe definitely would be worth looking into, although probably be careful about who you inquire with because they may it may prompt further questions or suspicions if you start asking about Salubri, and they might wonder, why are you asking about? Wait, I forgot. Did Tansy even say Salubri? Oh yeah, she just said
Mhm.
Salubri to me. Okay. Like if somebody hears you asking about the Salubri, and whether or not they're real, may wind up prompting questions like, why are you asking about that?
I mean, it's like I don't want to get our new friend in trouble, but I mean, she. I don't think she's supposed to exist, and like.
Well, neither are we, Tansy.
Yeah, but okay, so like the humans, right? Like they think all of us are myth, but what does it mean if we meet something that's like a myth to us?
Well, I think it just means that we haven't come across it yet. Do I know about werewolves, Ree? Like, not a lot, but do I know that they
You've heard
exist?
stories. You've heard stories. You've never met one or known anybody who's ever met one, but I mean, you've heard stories of big monster wolves.
I mean, there's stories of werewolves too, other creatures, it's hard to say. The world is such a big place, and even though we can live for a very long time, generally most of us, much like humans, don't actually see as much of the world as we probably could. I mean, part of that's due to the fact that we're stuck in the night. So some things are a little more difficult than others, but yeah, I mean, if she's a myth, then I think that we were lucky to have met her, and we'll be lucky to meet her again, as I would imagine folks that are thought to not exist probably would like to keep it that way.
I mean, right? Which is why I'm hoping that, like, even though she was the one causing all the problems with the memory loss and whatever, like, she'll go away. But
Well,
what
it
if she
seems pretty
doesn't?
simple, right? She's been healing people like you, and obviously you can't have people running around, telling others that, hey, this person magically healed my ailments. That would probably bring a lot more extra unwanted attention. However, mind wiping, that is perhaps, while still a little unusual, a little more common. Uh, Vampires have that capacity. Some vampires have that capacity, or at least I've heard.
But whatever mind wiping she's doing, it was enough to, call attention to her and to us and our domain. And like, if
The
she,
Masquerade breach. She
yeah,
got caught or spotted by the wrong person while performing her uh, secondary action, the mind stuff, and so that's unfortunate. We live in the age of technology, right? Everyone's got a cell phone. Everyone's got a camera on a corner.
except La Sombra, but
That's true. That's true. La Sombra have the cameras far away, I hear.
it was supposed to be a joke. It was supposed to be funny. But the point is, if she's going to be out here, yeah, like, I'm not mad about the hand, right? Very, very happy about this. But if she's not going to move, and if her, exploits and compulsions and activities are going to keep calling, the bigger and badder bosses on our heads, we have to do something. And I don't know if, other than us pointing out to her that we know she exists, if she's going to do anything different.
Maybe not. We're going to, I guess, obviously keep an eye on things, keep an ear on things, and perhaps see if we can befriend our new acquaintance, as our initial meeting was fraught with a little bit of, well, let's just say tension.
I mean, well, I didn't like the sunlight bomb or like the hunters, and I kind of look at Walt and Vegas. Like it's good though that, like, she was there though, so we kind of had like a common enemy. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, perhaps we would have had a calmer conversation if they hadn't have been around, but I mean, think I think it was okay. I mean, we didn't attack her, so she didn't attack us. It seemed amicable, but would definitely like to learn more about this living legend if they stick around.
We should invite them over. Vegas. Well, what do you think? What do you think? Should we like have like a welcome to the neighborhood sort of like housewarming party sort of thing?
I'll be right back.
I love that.
I mean, it's a choice. I wouldn't do it at the crypt.
No, we can like rent out a place, like make it a whole thing.
Sure. Sounds like a good time.
Anish, what do you think? Should we rent out a place, have a big like welcome to the neighborhood sort of party, without being like obviously welcome to the neighborhood party, but sort of a hey, welcome to the neighborhood party?
I think that if our new acquaintance is amenable to it, that it would be good to invite them over, or invite them somewhere, safe from prying eyes, to, I guess, talk more about why they're here, what they're doing, and what they would like to continue to do. But yes, to your point, maybe not a block party.
It's the beginnings of an idea. We're brainstorming.
Perhaps Walt can have Precious manning a very special area.
Nah, she gonna be on rabbit detail.
Oh, rabbit
Besides,
detail. Oh,
Millie
okay,
didn't seem to
okay.
like her too much. You know, somebody got to watch the rabbits. Isn't that right, baby?
Respond, Precious.
Precious is asleep.
You a hater.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
But Walt is excited at the notion of the getting to know you / welcome to the neighborhood party.
Like, I mean, I know how I used to party, but it might be a little bit different. And, you know, I remember us going to Elysium and all that. And, you know, that was cool. And, I mean, I don't know if that's a party. I don't know if that's how we party. Then we visited a couple places, you know, and like you bougie, and apparently like my new people is bougie too. So I mean, is it like a whole thing where we got to have a lot of money and a bunch of expensive old stuff? Is that what makes a party for us? Or we all got to have something to eat at the party? Or
Well, you know, Walt, I think you may be able to find some success by just taking it back to the old school, where you're an old fool and you're so cool.
I hate you for that.
I know that was Saracen. You ain't snitch.
Well, it's just a suggestion.
I guess I play it by ear or something.
I think Precious always has a place, uh, at our table. It's just that, you know, sometimes outsiders may not be as understanding.
I don't know why. You know, skunks can be domesticated pets and all. You know, supposed
Well,
to
you
keep it
know,
skunks.
one false move and now everybody's taking a tomato bath.
I mean, you know, they don't know about that. They don't know she armed until it's too late. You know what I'm saying? Don't start nothing, won't be none.
Walt just saying that only about this petting Precious. Just
Okay.
Imagining Walt in a chair, the upper half of his body like shadowed out.
yeah,
and then
absolutely.
just like
1000%.
a big hand with Precious.
That's what he did in the last episode when he sat in the chair and told y'all about the word on the street. That's exactly what he was doing.
Tell you about the word on the street here, kids.
Hey, yo, listen up. Around the street
All
there's a bunch
right.
of people running around with memory loss.
It sounds like Anosh, Walt, and Tansy have had their conversations.
Mhm.
All right. So what we will do, we will take our break here, and then we will come back and allow for whatever Vegas needs or wants to accomplish. So far we've been doing some unique things. Apparently, you know, some of it made sense, some of it didn't, but that's fine. That's on brand here. So please come back to join us in 15 minutes, so about 45 after. We'll see where the rest of the night takes these poor, unfortunate souls.
Where we gonna go? What we gonna do?
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Vampires the Disaster. I am your storyteller, and it is my job to be. I don't even know what my job is at this point, but you know, I'm here. I'm working. As we last left our coterie, they were splitting up for the evening, with 3 of them returning to their havens to lick their wounds and to reflect on some information they've recently obtained. The 4th member of our coterie has decided to take care of some different things. Vegas, where are you headed to tonight?
First off, he's calling first before he just shows up because he's respectful, but he is going to try and go see his grandfather if his grandfather is not mad at him.
All right. Just roll me 3 dice. We'll see. We'll see how they are feeling today. And tell
All
me how
3
many
successes.
successes you get.
3 successes.
You call. The phone rings a few times before a voice answers. Yes.
Good evening. Um, you would company be upsetting for you?
No.
I may have some. Well, I use the word presents, but they're. I don't know if you have any use for them.
I'll have someone meet you to take care of whatever it is.
Are
Is
you
there
at
anyone
home?
else with you?
No, it's just me.
Alright, you may come by the usual place.
All right, be there in a few.
Are you doing anything before you arrive?
Nope. Just driving, listening to
Okay.
some music.
You
Not trying to
arrive.
feel like he's about to be squished across the room.
You make your way to the basement of this. It's basically a casino. We'll call it that. Exactly what it's many things. It's a Swiss Army knife of buildings at this point. But you make your way, and you know how to access the more family entrance. There are two people standing there. Clearly older, maybe in the 30s or late 40s. Late 30s, early 40s. And they seem to be kind of wearing these very nice dress slacks with all black shirts. They have an earpiece from what you can see. And as you approach, they step over towards you. The first one is a bit wider than the other one, whereas the other one is a bit taller. He kind of bends down to the side window, passenger side window. The boss says, "You need help with something?"
Yeah, it's in the trunk.
All right.
Uh, I would have taken care of them myself, but maybe someone could use them or something. I don't know.
They go over into the back. I will assume you'll open the trunk for them.
Yeah.
They don't seem to say anything or really react at all. And they do take both of the corpses out, and you see that they do give them a quick look over. They check pockets and things like that, doing a bit more thorough a look than you or Tansy, but they don't seem to find anything. And then they take the corpses themselves, and you see them head over to what is a unmarked steel door. And you've seen it before. You've never really had the opportunity to go in since the more necromantic arts aren't really your forte. But you do know that there is something odd about it. As someone has attempted to kind of explain it to you before, it makes something with spirits not work right or something. But just kind of looking at it gives you that kind of crawling up your spine feeling. But you are left
This same
alone.
way.
And I assume you will make your way inside.
Yes.
As you enter, this time you find the room, that kind of solitary stone room, is closed off. Instead, you make your way to the study, which is this kind of old style, not quite Victorian, but it gives off this rustic feeling. Instead of lights, there are small candles that have been lit throughout the entire room. The room is about 40 foot across, 2 stories, and you find your grandfather waiting in the main seating area on the first floor. He has a leather-bound journal in his hand.
Good evening.
Greetings. Have you solved your problem?
Oh, define problem.
The Wraith you and Sansa lost control of.
Number one, I can't control wraiths. I can barely see them. No, we were dealing with hunters, and he'll turn around and kind of like shrug his jacket off to show the big old burn up his back.
Sit. What happened?
We're following somebody may or may not have been poaching in their territory. Saw bad news, figured might as well take it out before it spills out into everybody else. And oh yeah, no, this one threw something, and all of a sudden there was a big old bright light and burned. It really burned.
Fire?
More like sunlight. We
Something.
killed them. I managed to dust two, but I'm really hungry, and I didn't think that would be the best idea to continue. So I figured, maybe one of the cousins could use them. I think Tansy looked them over to see if there'd be anything useful, but I don't think she found anything.
These hunters wear any insignias? Anything that identified who they may have worked for?
Nothing that I saw.
And you are certain they are all dead?
I killed two of them myself. The other two were dead when I got back down. As far as I know, there was the four. We disabled the car. They weren't going anywhere. Tansy didn't find any cell phones on them either. The two that I brought. And your two friends looked them over again.
Interesting. I don't
Yeah.
heard of any weapons that can emulate the sun.
That's what it felt like. But I'm not good with weapons.
Did they seem religious? Has the
Not.
clergy returned?
I don't think so. More cop than. I mean, none of them held up like a crucifix or anything.
I'll have someone look into that.
Just
You
needed.
have done well. It was good not to push yourself too far to clean up corpses. There are more than a few of us around that can take care of that problem. Most of the dead end up with us anyway.
Yeah, that's why I brought him over. Plus, I kind of needed somewhere a little quieter to sleep. Tansy's place is nice. Like it's got the whole 1910s, you know, silent horror movie feel going on with it. I feel like the Phantom of the Opera could pop up out of the ground or something. Um, but that coterie is there's a skunk. A Tremere has a skunk.
Well, the Orsolini can be nothing if not on brand. Were more impressive a few centuries ago, but they have not become weaker. I admit I find your companions odd. I do not know very many blood wizards that spend their time messing with animals, but I suppose there'd be some.
I have a feeling. I almost wanted to say he was probably a gangrel masquerading as a Tremere, but no, definitely Tremere.
That would be too sophisticated for the gangrel. They prefer to solve most of their problems in a much more straightforward manner. And I don't believe their clans get along after the gargoyles.
Weird things have happened. I mean, this coterie's got a one of us, a Tremere, and a Banu Hakim in there. That's weird enough.
I admit that is an odd combination. From what I've heard, the Banu Hakim and the Tremere are not getting along. That was back when I was first embraced. But I suppose time makes strange bedfellows for us all. This new family has become, let's say, unique.
I mean, they've got their uses, don't they?
Everyone has a use as long as they are properly maintained. When are you going to start to learn how to manipulate the dead, child?
I'm fairly certain, higher ups probably don't want me to know that.
There are many things the Hyros would not want you to do.
I don't want to start like a family feud of being like, oh yeah, let's teach the caitiff how to summon a spirit, or even better yet, to bully one.
You do not have to be antagonistic with the spirits. It is not what we typically do, but there are people. But
And I tried to warn Tansy about that. That's probably how the Wraith got loose in the first place.
your cousins have still not quite learned that brutality is only a tool to be applied when needed, but they are effective when brutality is needed.
Like,
There was a set of abilities from the ancient clan that may be more useful to you. Your gift with eroding the dead comes from that subset. I would recommend you begin learning. The only thing that matters in Giovanni or Hakata is capability.
yeah, but I'm kind of neither.
Not yet. Do you intend to hide in the shadows of people like Tansy for the rest of your undead existence?
No, I just guess I could learn. I don't want to do the weird aura that decays everything. That's too flashy. It's useful, but it's flashy.
That one is not for me. It would ruin my things. I think the Harbingers brought that one into the fold.
Am I able to stay here for tonight?
Yes, if you need to feed, you can spend time with one of your cousins.
If one of them happens to like die in the process, is that going to be a problem?
Don't kill them. Learn to control yourself.
My self-control is at this level right now. Um, I did impulse run, tear the door off of a van, and jump a hunter.
Are you seen?
No, we were out in the middle of nowhere. Well, I mean, Walt saw me, but no one else. He was on lookout duty. We were down near the.
Let the others know you may need assistance.
Gonna end with a stake in my back.
It might.
Can you like miss this area? It's still a little tender.
I will let them know your wishes on the subject.
Hey, so like, I know I'm not probably supposed to ask you this, but how the hell am I gonna find that wraith? Like, Tansy's not considering it like high priority, and I don't want Renata to find out, and then Renata to get mad at me, or you to get mad at me. I can't see that damn thing barely.
There are ways to avoid it and to deal with it without needing to see it. There was a time where we didn't directly deal with the dead. The Dunsons, for example, focus on money and their pursuits.
But
If you destroy the thing connecting the wraith to this world, it will be forced back to the Shadowlands. It won't make you any friends, but it would solve your problem in the immediate.
Yeah, or if I could get my hands on it, I could just like bring it over here. I don't know if I want Tansy to get him again. They're not on good speaking terms. I don't even know that guy's name. She says his name is like Bruce or something, and I'm not convinced that that is actually his name. Like, I don't even know where she got him from.
It is difficult, but that will have to be a decision you make for yourself. There are plenty in the family that will speak up for how the wraiths are treated. I believe the Samedi have formed some sort of cooperative relationship with them. I once met one that was able to share bodies with it for a time, which was strange to watch, but apparently gave some benefit. There are rumors that some of our ancient brethren can feed off of them somehow. I would be careful learning how to do that.
Yeah, I don't want to be Great Aunt Hilda. I'll go get something to eat.
Shadowlands is an opportunity for you, Vegas, if you choose to go down that road.
I think like respecting where the dead sleep is a good thing.
Respect is important, but so is power.
Well,
But ultimately, it's your choice.
I know. I'll figure something out. There has to be something that I'm decently with that doesn't have to deal with body part. Like, I can reanimate limbs already. It's still weird. I don't like doing it. Although, wonder if I can reanimate a head and stick it in the crypt and use it to stare at people who come in.
It's over the top, but it could be effective.
Well, I mean, Lasombra couldn't muck with it.
It's possible. If that is something you wish to do.
I mean, I can do it. I just don't like doing it.
You will get over it as you get older. And that part of you that finds disgust in such things will wither over the decades.
I mean, I don't find disgust with it. I just more cautious. Like, I don't want to like upset something that could spook me in the middle of the day, or worse.
Caution is wise, but do not allow your caution to become fear.
Oh, but I can't punch it in the face.
You cannot. Not all of
Unless
your problems can be solved with brute force.
99% of them can.
And what will you do when you come across someone stronger than you?
Well, you know, I've rolled over and showed my tummy before. Not happy about it, but I'm not afraid to.
Do what it takes to survive.
That's what I've been doing for 20 years. Well, more than 20 years.
Go and feed.
I'm going to eat. I still can't eat, Giuseppe?
No.
Damn it. He'll get up and go find whoever he's supposed to find and go get something to eat.
All right. You can make. You can take away 3 points of health. Not health. 3 points of hunger. And you don't want to have to roll for the frenzy check. Ultimately, there are enough people to prevent you from finishing and take care of that in this place.
He'll find wherever he is. He usually lays down to sleep.
There are a few cots and things that are available to kindred that are in need every once in a while. But you are able to find a spot for yourself, and you are able to pass and to rest.
Yep, that's what he's doing.
All right. I think, at the risk of letting you all wake up and cause problems, I think that is where we will wrap up our adventure.
It's just gonna be a
Bit of a-
problem next week, Doug. What you
It's a bit
mean?
of a-
Yeah, you're just
You know what? I'll
you're
try to show
procrastinating on the
mercy.
chaos.
He's delaying the inevitable.
Viewers, I want you to know, I try to show mercy to these people, and they complain.
He
But
doesn't.
you know what?
He really
I
doesn't.
do. I absolutely
he
Y'all
wants to
seen
be-
the tapes.
If he really wanted
You know
to be unmerciful, guys, he'd just run us through like Tomb of Annihilation or something.
You think he
Yes,
won't?
indeed. Roll.
Here's the
You-
thing,
alright.
and this is what makes it extra unmerciful, is that this is all a hell of our own making.
Yep.
And yeah, he's just there making sure we don't escape the gates.
Mm-hmm. We can't go
Well-
full crazy. We have to have mitigated craziness.
Make a wake up rouse check, all of you.
I'm probably gonna get hungrier. Let's see.
Thank God.
Yep. I knew it. I felt it. I felt it in the force. Let's go.
Walt, why did you curse me like that? I used it on my good.
I thought about
I got
me.
a 5. I got a 5. It was so close. It was so close. And
I'm fine.
And what hunger are we at, Tansy and Walt?
I'll say
I'm
4.
back at 4. Yeah, 4 buddies.
Okay. The 3 of you will awaken the next evening. The blood begins to animate. None of you have blush of life, so do recall that.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a few things that you'll need to take care of, including that you still have not found a pesky wraith that seems to have gone missing, as well as the woman that it was assisting you with. So I ask you, what would you like to do today or tonight?
I have to get something to eat first.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're gonna go into the stores, then I'm gonna go take a quick nip around the graveyard, and then maybe we meet back here and pick up Vegas and decide what to do next.
Sound good to me. Hopefully I'll find something.
Anush, are you hungry? We're gonna go out.
I'm not. very hungry. I suppose you all could probably use some supervision, though.
I mean, I'm gonna try my best in the sewers. I don't want you scaring away my food or something, sis.
Well, if you're going to look for some vegan options, then I suppose you should be okay. I hope.
I mean, what are we defining as vegan?
Not human.
Oh, well then, no. Yeah, I just like I'm a little aged, you know?
Yeah, it's just this Walt's thing, you know.
Yeah.
He likes the other white meat.
Walt has picked one of the Salvation Army clothes he got. He's picking something he's not afraid to get dirty in. Well,
Okay.
smelly in, more accurately. He's not afraid to get dirty.
Okay. All right. So you wish to do some hunting. Are Walt and Tansy splitting up to do separate hunting?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'll walk with him for a bit, but once it's clear that our paths have to diverge, I'll go off on my own.
Okay. Anash, are you helping either of them?
Well, I don't think Walt needs help in the sewer. And also Anash probably doesn't want to go in the sewer.
This is where life chose him, Doc.
But I mean, it's true. Like, I would probably just wind up scaring off Walt's food. So instead, yeah, I mean, if Tansy wants company, then Nash is more than willing to go and you know, because it has been dangerous out here lately, so it is probably a good idea to not go alone.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. This is so fun. We haven't had a chance to do this before. This is great.
I agree. This is going to be a lot of fun as Ree fades to black.
I believe. What? No. You all wanted this, so this we will go where this goes. So let me just double check the hunting difficulty in your territory. We want to be fair and non-biased. So you have 3. All right. So can I have you roll your hunting rolls, please? At a difficulty of 3.
Okay.
Uh,
Dead. So
Can I assist Tansy with the hunting, or
You
will I just
can
be...
give Tansy an extra dice to represent you.
Okay.
you. All right. So 1, 2, 3.
I got a +1
4
modifier.
Resolve. And then 1,
3.
2, 3 for my medicine plus the extra die. All right, that is 1, 2. Oh, that's a crit. Okay,
Nice.
so that's 4, 5, 6 successes.
Are they messy criticals by chance?
Nope, no ones. No ones.
Beautiful. So you are able to find a few options to feed from this evening. And also, all of you remember, you have regained you've gained willpower. You've healed willpower superficial damage equal to your resolve or your composure ratings. So make sure you updated that because it is a new name.
Resolve or composure, or combined?
Resolve or composure.
Oh, okay.
One or the other. Whichever one is higher, generally.
So, okay, back up to 3.
Good there.
I believe that's 3 successes for Walt Born.
Okay. So, all right. So both of you have succeeded. Walt will only find enough for 1 point of hunger. However, as you both begin your feeding, I need for you to make me a frenzy check.
Dog, why? Dog?
Because you're at hunger 4. You all keep getting hunger 4.
And someday I will remember frenzy check. It's a willpower plus humanity, or just straight willpower?
Willpower plus unspent humanity. No, willpower plus a third of your humanity. So for you, it's a 1.
Right. So I get my 6 willpower. 1, 2, 3.
1/3
and
of my
there's no hunger
humanity.
dice in this one, right?
No hunger dice on a frenzy.
2, 3.
'Cause my humanity
It's
is
basically
high.
it's 1 dice if your humanity is below 6.
Okay.
No, below 5. And it's 2 for everybody
Holy
else.
crap! 1,
9.
2,
So
3,
2 if
4,
above 5.
5.
Okay.
5 successes.
Okay.
You managed to hold the beast at bay. You have iron gullet, so I will say with all the successes
My
you got,
humanity's
you're able to
7.
get yourself down to 1. You're able to get your hunger back down to 1. You are running out of dead people.
There's always more dead people, darling.
Not
Getting-
not the
it gets
ones,
no
not ones you can
modifier.
drink blood from though. There aren't that many that you can drink blood from.
Oh, I think
That's fair.
okay, 4 successes, I guess. If I did that right. I think I did that right.
7. What's your total willpower?
Total willpower is 5.
5. Yep. 5 plus 2. 7 dice. Yep. 4
Okay.
successes. You managed to resist the frenzy. But you managed to get your hunger down to 3. But that's it.
Just to confirm, because audio processing is weird, I did get to go down to 1, right?
Yes, you had enough successes that you could get down to 1. Walt only had enough successes for the barest of minimums.
Oh no, Walt, buddy.
Yeah, we just gonna have to roll out no blood sorcery for me tomorrow. Well, next week.
I would literally offer you some assistance
He's
if
too
it
wary.
wouldn't be a problem for me.
I appreciate it. We just be a trash
You are
panda.
free.
It's all
You're
right.
free to make whatever choices you like.
I don't want to have to go stake myself, so like I'm not.
No, this is totally fine. This is
All right.
fine. This is the best it's gonna get. I'll stop hunting.
All right. Your hunts, both of your hunts do go well, and you are able to find something to reduce the hunger at least.
How are the rabbits?
The rabbits are fine. You figure, what I'm going to say is to have a reliable source of blood to feed from, you're gonna have to treat it like the herd background. I see you have to spend some points on that to boost it, just because making it separate mechanics for that is going to be kind of annoying. But it'll
Why you
be
tell
better.
me that once I've
Which is
spent
what I
most
did
of my
do.
experience points? Why would you tell me
That's how
now?
the background works, fam. You guys get enough experience points. Right?
If
So
you
you're
told me that was a
fine.
mechanic, I would
You're
have hammered my
fine.
XP
The
into it. You
herd
know it.
background is in the core book. It's right there. It is right. You have to read the book. It's here. It's
So are you
right
forcefully switching my
next to
feeding type or
his-
something?
No, so officially herd just refers to a source of food that you can feed from without rolling. And since that seems to be what you're making, it'll just treat it as you're just feeding from animals, but you don't roll for it. And you will only be able to feed a certain amount each week. But yeah, that's what that means. Just because trying to have it as its own separate thing will just get kind of confusing. So
I'm gonna see how much a
ultimately,
herd costs.
it's 3 points of experience points per dot, dog. It's not that
Oh, I'm
expensive.
good on that.
It's not,
Let me do that.
It's not expensive. It's not expensive. I don't know why we're always complaining. I don't even be doing nothing. You see, viewers,
be doing
this is how
everything.
they treat me. This is how they treat me.
You
Anyway,
be doing everything.
I don't.
We love
most.
him. Don't let him
No.
lie to
They
you.
bully me.
You
But
do the
so we will
most.
say this entire hunting trip will take you about an hour, as Sandy spends time to find proper corpses to feed from, and Walt attempts to hunt down some animals. Do you all return to the haven, or do you do something different?
Well, while I'm out here, sort of digging around, poking in things, and between absolutely terrifyingly macabre sips of corpses, talking to Anash.
Just chilling.
So Okay. So like I know that you've got like a lot going on that like you don't talk about a lot, but like what I guess I'm getting like more into this. I'm realizing that everybody wants something. And for most people, I can like figure out like what they want and whether or not that's something I can give to them or whether or not I can make them want something from me. But you, you are a mystery.
I take that as a compliment.
But come on, come on. Like, what do you want though? Like, I don't know what you want.
That is the question, isn't it? I think that's a question I often find myself asking myself. You know, we get along and go along from day to day, and you know, we kill some, we save some, we go on adventures, we butt heads with the management. But at the end of the day, what do we really want? I
mean,
don't know.
I know what I want. Do you know what you want?
I don't think I do. No. You know, the longer I've been in this world, I used to think I knew what I wanted. But the longer I'm here, the more I realize that I don't know what I really want. And I guess I try not to think about it too much. It's easy to stay distracted by all of our daily activities, after all.
Fun distractions.
But yes, purpose is important. I guess I've just gotten so used to going through the motions that I didn't really take the time to think. Thank you, Tansy. You've given me something to think about.
Well, while you're thinking about that, here's the thing. I know what I want, and I know what I need to get what I want. And I I think you appreciate the sort of pragmatism, I guess, in that, just sort of the I know what I want and I know I need to get it.
It definitely helps you get what you want if you know what it is, what you want.
Right? And I feel like I'm at a place where you might be the very best person to help me get what I want. And like I'm sure you know, everything runs off of debts and favors and secrets and everything else, right?
Oh, yes, this entire country is literally built on that principle.
Well, I mean, not just the United States is, oh, weird as it is. Sometimes I really do miss Scotland. Things made a little more sense there, but you get used to it. You get used to it.
I think I heard a wise man once say, if it's not Scottish, it's crap.
Yes.
I don't know what he meant by that, but
It's something you just kind of feel in your bones, and it's not necessarily anything that can be like truly described in like actual words. But yes, if it's not, you know, from your people, by your people, and like for and like being better for your people, then yeah, it is kind of crap, right? Because then at the end of the day, if it's not helping you and yours, then it is kind of crap.
So what is it that you want, Tansy?
I was given a task to learn things. And I have sacrificed a lot and burned a lot of very good bridges to try to keep learning things. And to be like completely vulnerable here, I don't really have anybody that I know that can teach me the things I need to learn except for you. And so I did kind of want to know what you wanted generally to see if maybe there were things that I had that you wanted, that I could, trade you completely fair, like completely business transactionally for the things that I wanted.
It's an interesting proposition, though I'm sure you know that these things can oftentimes be frowned upon by certain less, open-minded members of our community.
And that's the thing. I mean, I'm sitting here like I really some of like the best people that I had in my corner, I kind of like really made them upset because I kind of got like really super focused on this idea. And so the good news is once you're sort of free of that and you know that whatever they're going to do to you is like the literal worst thing. So if you do anything else, like what more of the literal worst thing could they do to you, right? Like there is no worse it could get. So I'm willing to offer things in trade. Secrets for secrets, favors for favors.
I guess this means that you and Walt are no longer trading secrets, yes?
That isn't necessarily by my personal choice. Some things happened, some things went down. I honestly don't know how much I can talk about it before like things become a problem, but well, will always be like super special and important, but I can't ask him for that information anymore, ever. Unless or until somebody dies, but that's like a long-term goal.
Oh, of course, sometimes getting rid of roadblocks can take a very long time. Those of us who have been around for much longer than myself have been around for a reason. They've learned how to protect themselves.
Right? And I want to do that. I want to be around for much longer. Right? I want to be around for much longer like you have, like the people that you're talking about, and the information that I need to protect myself. I think you have some of that.
Perhaps. I'm interested. I'm very interested in our new friend. Well, acquaintance. We're not friends yet, I suppose. Uh, I guess the meeting could have gone worse, yes, but that individual's capacity to heal you was very interesting.
It was super interesting. And you know what I thought was like extra super duper interesting?
Hmm.
She didn't ask for anything.
That was
did it.
Yes, that was very interesting.
So like, well, I know that like I don't owe her anything. I still kind of feel like I do, like super deep down. Um, even though like I'm not going to give her anything anyway, but I still like, kind of feel it. But then just like it's super easy to ignore. Just like, all right, whatever. You did it. Good for you.
Yes, well, perhaps, hopefully, we can befriend this person more and perhaps learn some of their secrets. You know,
Exactly.
they obviously seem to be wanting to keep a low profile. And perhaps we can help them with that.
Right? And we want them to keep a low profile because we don't want, the management coming back down on our heads because of their actions. So it's a win-win-win if we help them keep quiet. We can be friends with them and then become like even better friends with them. We're gonna share, like super secret information, like secrets like at a sleepover.
Right, right. And what secrets were you looking to get from me, Tansy?
Well, everyone can just do so much stuff, right? And I can only do a couple things. Like I'm very good at the things that I do, but everyone else can do like so much. And it's like super interesting to learn about the things that other people can do.
Indeed. Was there something specific that you had in mind?
You're like so like quiet about the things that you know and the things that you do that I was just, maybe hoping that you could kind of show me the things that you do know that maybe I don't know, and we can kind of go from there. Baby steps.
I don't see why that couldn't be a reasonable accommodation for friends to share knowledge with one another. We just, depending on what that knowledge is, we may want to not necessarily share that with people outside the circle.
I think you'll see Tansy kind of not stiffen up, but sort of go into less of that a giggly teenager forced gangly body movement that she normally has and say, oh no, 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 like this is, I'm not going to tell anybody. Like, no, this is between you and me. I don't want anyone else to know.
Well, it's a mutually assured destruction, depending on what it is exactly the secrets that are being shared. So,
More so that why would I give my enemies the knowledge of what I can do or what you can do as my, dear friend?
sometimes the biggest threats are closer to home than one might think. Just be careful.
Even better that it's just between you and me then.
What happened between you and Walt, by the way? You didn't hear anything about that. You went
Walt
to
is
visit?
lovely. Walt's amazing. I love Precious. She does need to touch up on her manicure, which I need to do sometime this week. No, and honestly, it's like super exciting for Walt because he finally got to meet someone of his own clan, which is like super great. And she was like this super hot chick in this bathtub of blood, and she was absolutely amazing, like completely enthralling. And I don't remember her name, but she was exceptionally persuasive
Mm.
and it's good. It's good that Walt has someone in, his family that's looking out for him for his best interests. And she has the power to kind of enforce that. So that's good. Really.
Good for him. Maybe not so good for you. Just be careful. Walt is family, but Walt's family may have other ideas.
How much am I really familiar with about the Tremere and how literal pyramid scheme they are?
I don't even know if this would necessarily be a Tremere thing. This is just kind of a general kind of like
Yeah.
inter-clan secrecy thing. Because Tansy's very well aware of how like how close the Hecata, right, like to keep the whole oblivion thing within the family, and would be very upsetty spaghetti if they found out that she'd been sharing that with, like, say, anybody else.
Yeah. Oh no, I had burned all the Hecata bridges, which is the only thing I offered some of that too. It's like no, I burned the bridges. The only
Well,
way
you
to
mind if
go
I
back
sprinkle
is
some of this on a peanut butter and oblivion sandwich?
Exactly.
You can roll an intelligence and politics to see what you have heard about the Tremere as a whole.
All right. Intelligence, that is so. Oh yeah, I'm back on here. Politics. Why did I not put any in politics? Well, ugh. All right. Nope, here we go. It's gonna be bad. One success. Oh, but the other one's a 1. It's a 9 and a 1 on my 2 dice. I get to roll for that.
Okay. You have heard rumors about the Tremere. Apparently they are some sort of pyramid. You know that they had a base of some kind in a place called Vienna. You've heard rumors that place was destroyed, but you aren't sure if that's true or not. You know that the warlocks are very secretive about what they do, and it is very hard to gain any actual knowledge from them. They tend to close ranks around each other very quickly, even more quickly in some senses than the Giovanni tend to do. But they are very difficult to learn things about without paying a hefty price to some very powerful people.
All right. The place called Vienna. Knowledge is close and expensive. All right. Yeah, I'm just saying, there are things I need to learn. They have to learn if I ever truly want to go back home. And I can't learn them from Walt. And it's not like Walt knew some things, but not like all the things. And I think that, maybe you know more, but also I know that asking you for this information means I can't give precious manicures to get the information I want from you.
Oh, that's fair, because I mean, I could just take Precious down to the pet store for a manicure.
Oh, but I have much better nail polish collection, and we all know it.
Yes, probably. Pet stores aren't very well. Anyway,
They also don't take stamps.
out of character. I actually still have like relatively low levels of blood sorcery. Like blood sorcery 1.
Tansy will take it. Like Tansy's grasping
I
at
thought she already learned blood
and
sorcery.
any blood sorcery straw Tansy can grasp at, she's taking.
Well, I mean, I know you're just looking for people to train her. Which I actually think I'm able to, which I know I think I actually have the ability to train people past my own. I am an expert instructor. But I don't know if that lets me train people beyond my it just means that when I'm training
as far
people,
as teaching things go, you can teach someone something that you know, but not something you do not know.
right? Yeah, which makes obvious sense. And they get to learn it cheaper, a little bit cheaper, one less experience. Oh, it does say. Well, I don't know if this might not count for disciplines, but it does say specifically an expert instructor. You can train others to gain ranks beyond what you currently have.
You could. That
I would
would be
assume that's
primarily
more
for
like skills. Yeah,
You can't teach a blood power that you don't have,
right.
but you could attempt to help someone learn a ritual that you don't know.
Yeah,
that would be a compromise.
Yeah, but I mean, Anash is not averse to trading secrets. He figures that with that Tansy's proposition is interesting, and he's just curious about, because he knew something was going. I think it was a little bit of an open secret that she was kind of extracting information from Walt about that.
Tansy is not subtle. No.
And then but then it's interesting to understand that has suddenly kind of closed up after their meeting. But yeah, he's not averse to the trading of secrets. It's valuable to be able to learn new information, and he is happy to continue, I guess, advancing these particular conversations in the future.
Yeah. And Tansy is absolutely completely honest in that she understands that from Anush, she cannot just manipulate or flirt her way into this information the same way she was with Walt. And so Tansy is absolutely willing to put some Oblivion information on the line to Anush as a fair trade.
Gonna get both of us shot.
Like, sorry, Walt.
We're both gonna get taken out by the Giovanni.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, it sounds like Tansy and Anash have planted the seeds of something that could become bigger
seeds
down the
of
line.
Sedition.
Mm-hmm.
And
You don't see?
I think that is going to be where our story ends this evening.
A lot
As
further
our
than Ree thought it was going to.
Well,
He's trying
with
to cut us off early.
May have saved some of you a lot of problems, but that bridge has already been crossed. So, first of all, thank you all for being here and playing with me. It was a lot of fun. If you have stuck with us this entire time, thank you as well. But now our story has come to its end. So please check us out here next Monday, where we will continue this story to see what else they get themselves into, and see if they can solve this problem that's been hanging over their heads. But join us next Sunday to continue the story of our D&D party as they attempt to navigate a strange new world, we'll say.
It's a whole new world, friends. One with a fantastic point of view.
But I will
Regan,
now
I am not happy about this at all.
I will let these wonderful people tell you where you can find them in the future. And we'll start with Earthringer.
What's up, y'all? Y'all probably heard my blurb from earlier. The YouTubes, the Twitches, until they boot me off. You can find me back here next Sunday, where I will be Reagan Peril on Arethian Nights until Ree kicks me out. You will find me at the Gremlin Collective until Di or Ari kicks me off. You will find me, of course, on the Cookout TTRPGs until Kira kicks me off. And that is it for now, except for I'm plotting something in the future, so be on the lookout for that once all those cards are in the room. Enough about me.
Alright.
Next caller. You better let me say my line, or I'm gonna fight you. Next caller.
I will mute all of you.
You want to talk now, but you don't want to talk to Precious. Let's see how it is.
Small Shadow Snack. It is your turn.
He introduces me by my Twitter handle, but not
I do.
my name. Hi, I'm Ari. Again, I play
I will-
Vegas.
I will use your full government name right now, if you prefer.
No,
That's
not
what
the
we want
government
to
name.
do.
No.
Don't you start doxing people. You're gonna start a war you can't win.
Rude.
Your name's on the internet.
You could catch me here Monday nights, where I, of course, play Vegas. The Putinesca, who is obviously plotting something. And then you catch me here also on Sundays as Arithia Nights as Layla, who may or may not be happy about getting into mischief with her group. It'll be fine. But I'm also over on the Gremlin Collective, where I'm a producer and a partner, and I'm also on Kira's channel, the Cookout TTRPG, where they can dislodge me with great difficulty because I'm glued myself over there. But yeah, that's me.
All right, next up, Sir Monolith.
Hi, I'm at Sir Monolith on the Twitters, and you can find me also on Sunday nights on Earthian Nights here, playing Axel and shooting all of Ree's precious creations.
That does tend to happen a lot. But last but certainly not least, Dichromaniac.
Hi, I'm Di. You can find me at Dichromaniac on most socials, most often Tumblr nowadays, where I'm spouting random fandom nonsense. But you can also find me at the Gremlin Collective and here. And yes, thank you. Tangi's
All right.
disaster. I apologize for nothing.
Very
it
fair.
should be.
Very fair. Very, very fair. But now that our story has come to its end, thank you for watching and have a great night.